Hey guys, it's Elle. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with a video chatting about recent reads that I've just been loving, books that have just been so good, that I've just been like dying and obsessing over. I have Miss Luna with me here right now. You can see her little head. Say hi, I'm Luna. She doesn't know what's going on. She's very sleepy today, so she wants to sit on Mama's legs while I film. But yeah, I have been reading a ton of great books lately that I just have been dying to chat and gush over. So the first one that I read recently was King of the Envy by Anna Huang. This was so amazing. I had been waiting and anticipating this release from her all year long, and it definitely lived up to the hype. So I forgot that this series follows, like, each book is supposed to be like the 7 deadly sins. So this one is envy, and the heroine, she is engaged in an arranged marriage to her fiance because she needs to get out of a really sticky situation she is in with her modeling agency. Like, they just have a lot of power over her that she doesn't want, and to get out of that, she needs a lot of money to get out of that situation. And the hero her fiance, to get his inheritance, he needs to marry someone. So that's kind of where the story goes, like we start off from. And the hero, he is the best friend of the heroine's fiance, and he's a billionaire, he's very grumpy, and he's always had his sights on the heroine. And so he is just now constantly having to be around the heroine because the wedding is coming up, and they're catching feelings for each other, and he doesn't know that, like, she is in an arranged marriage. So he thinks that, like, she's actually in love with her fiance, but she's not. And it's just so messy, love triangle vibes, but like, he thinks it's a love triangle, but it's really not. And it's so good. I love this one. I love Vuk. He is just like adorable, and how obsessed he is with the heroine, and it's just so fantastic. Like, I had been eating this audiobook up, and it just feels very messy and angsty and very dramatic, but like in the best way, like not in a cheesy way. And I just love this one. It was really good. And I also feel like Anna Huang did a little bit darker in this one, which I wasn't expecting, and I really enjoyed. Then I have Deceit by Caitlin Taylor. This is a new to me author, and I really enjoyed the first book I read by her. And this one, we follow the heroine who is coming to the school, this like university. It's like very dark academia vibes. And she is actually engaged to one of the most popular boys in the university. And him and like the other heroes are, because this is a why choose romance, are part of this like secret society. And she doesn't really know about the secret society, but that's kind of why she has to marry the one hero, and he just like absolutely hates her guts and doesn't want anything to do with her. He hooks up with the swim coach of the university, and it's like very messy, it's very character driven, and I loved it. Like, it's so good. Very dark academia vibes with this secret society, and then one of the other heroes is like the best friend of the one hero that she's engaged to, and then another hero is this very dangerous man that she meets in the pool one day. And he is kind of like stalking her a little bit and calls her his siren, but then she actually is a real stalker that's like getting a little dangerous. And there's just like rituals that happen in the secret society, and it's so good. It's very dark academia, spooky vibes, and I really enjoyed it. Then I have Curvy Girl Summer by Danielle Allen. I finally picked this book up, and it was amazing. This one, the heroine, she is about to turn 30, and she feels a lot of pressure from her family and herself to get settled down and get married and have children and all of that stuff. So she decides to start dating online, and that's where she kind of like strikes up a deal with this bartender at her favorite bar. Basically, like, if these like dates go bad, like, you'll be my wingman through all of this. And he agrees, and the bartender is the hero. So she goes on all of these dates, and they're just like not really doing it for her, but she's like secretly, you know, falling for the hero. And they both kind of have feelings for each other, but they don't want to admit it to the other. And there's so much pining in this one, and like really good banter, and it's so good. Like, I love this one. And she is also plus size, so I love the representation of a curvy woman in dating online, because there are some weirdos out there, and I just love seeing that representation. And this was just so good, and I love like the ending and how, you know, she felt all this pressure to settle down and date, but she just really needed to stand up for herself and to her family of like, no, this is on my timeline, and I just love this one. And of course the spice was so good, and I love the audiobook as well. Then I decided to pick up Insatable by Lee Rivers, and this was my first book by her, and it was so epic. Like, I didn't realize like how dark and like twisted her series are, and this was so good. So the hero and heroine were dating years ago, and the heroine betrayed the hero in a way that he seems is like irredeemable, and it may or may not have been a real betrayal. He doesn't know. I mean, like, she doesn't know, but like he thinks that she betrayed him. And that's kind of where we jump into the story, and it's just like so crazy because it's very character driven, and they keep seeing each other, and like their feelings are stirring up, and they're having these break moments of like, ooh, like we are really good together, but then they go back to hating each other, and they end up having to go on a trip with the hero's sister and the heroine's best friend to go visit his father, and they end up having to stay in the same room together. And there's a lot of stuff going on with the heroine where she's being abused by her stepbrother, and it's really scary, and she hasn't told anyone. So there's like a moment where she has all these bruises on her back, and the hero sees it and is like, who did this to you? And it's just so good. But it also feels like super dark because of what the hero is going through. Like, he is doing some dark things. He's a little bit of a hitman himself, and it's very interesting. I'm excited to see where the series goes and like what is going to happen, because it just feels like they cannot be together in the next book of like what happened at the cliffhanger of the last one. And it's so addicting to read. Like, their romance is addictive but also toxic, but just so good. And it's very dark, very twisty, and I'm really enjoying it. Then I picked up the new book by Tessa Hale, which was Crescent Kingdom. This is her new Why Choose werewolf romance series, and it's fantastic. Like, I loved it, and it's really fun because each of the books are pretty short, so you can get through them really quick. And this one starts off with our heroine where she knows she is a werewolf, and like in Tessa Hale's previous books, like, she doesn't know, the heroine doesn't know like what type of creature she is. And she goes in this town, she's trying to like keep it a secret that she is a werewolf. But she doesn't keep that secret for that long, because people find out in the town, especially the heroes, and they instantly know that she is their mate. And so that's kind of where things start going from there. It's very suspenseful and action-packed, and I loved all of the relationships with all of the heroes, and I'm just so excited to see where this one will go from there. Then I have Playbook by Rebecca Genshak. I recently read this, I think in early April, and it was so good. Like, I loved it so much. This one is a fake dating sports romance. So it starts off with our heroine who just keeps getting all of this fan mail in her P.O. box. And it's like, I think it's labeled like Brennan 6 or something, some weird name, like the hero has a weird name. And she's just like, who is this guy? Like, why is he so lazy? He's not changing his address. And she overhears somebody saying his name in a bar, and it's him. So she goes up to him and is like, why are you not changing your P.O. box? Like, this is really annoying. And he's like at first like so shocked and like taken aback of like her coming up to him. And then he's like, actually, you're like really hot. And like, that's kind of where the story starts from there. He is a famous football player, and to get kind of more credibility on the team. And I don't really remember what she needs to do, why she's doing the fake dating. Or no, she has a crazy ex is why. So they enter into a fake dating relationship. And it's so good. Like, I love this one. I love the football aspect. I love the fake dating aspect. Like, she always goes to his games and wears his jersey. And it was just a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it. And the last book slash series I wanted to mention was the Deception Trilogy by Rena Kent. Now, I kind of have my feelings with this one of like, I like it, I don't love it, but it is a very intriguing and very addictive plot, so I'm gonna add it into this video. But we start off with our heroine who is homeless. She's living on the streets, and she basically gets kidnapped by this guy who says, you are a doppelganger of my wife, and she is dead, and you basically need to become her. And so he kidnaps her and literally forces her to become his stand-in wife, and it's pretty crazy. And that's kind of where the story starts, and she has to be his wife, and he's a Russian bratva leader. And it's just so crazy. Like, it's just so crazy. It's very dark, very like toxic, and a lot of fun. So I really enjoyed it, but there were some things that I didn't love. But overall, it is a really solid series. It's very action-packed, and it's pretty crazy. So if you want a crazy mafia romance, I would pick this series up. Okay, well, that was the last book I wanted to mention in this video. I hope you enjoyed hearing me chat about all of my favorite recent reads, and let me know what your favorite is from this list, or if you have a favorite recent read. I think my favorite from this list is probably Curvy Girl Summer or King of Envy. Both were just so amazing. So as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.